Flyers Weekly, and we are excited to talk Dayton soccer as Ella Raimondi joins us.
Hello.
Ella, thank you so much for giving us a few minutes. It is, I'm always interested because amongst Dayton soccer defense, we highlight the shutouts, but you're a huge part in the middle, center back, and you play every minute. I have to ask you, do you get tired? Because it doesn't look like you're tired out there.
To say I am tired would be an underestimation. I definitely, for sure, get very tired during the games. I mean, 90 minutes running is a lot on anyone's body. So, but I feel like recovery has definitely become such a big piece after games.
You've already passed 5,000 minutes, and you look at coming in as a freshman, you were all rookie, starting 12. You went 20-20 the last two seasons, and you're back at it this year. And when there's a box score that you don't have a 90 next to your name, it doesn't happen often. How important is recovery? Because of being out there, especially with your schedule Thursday to Sunday, that's a lot out on the field.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like recovery is one of the most important things that I didn't really have a grasp of coming into college athletics, but I've learned that it's just how important it is, especially, again, as you mentioned, going from Thursday to Sunday and just how quick the transition is. I mean, you play on Thursday, you have some time to recover on Friday, and then on Saturday, you're back at it. You're practicing, you're scouting the next team. So on Friday, there's usually a practicing team and a recovery team just based on minutes and meters, strain levels. So the recovery group is a lot of hip mobility, stretching, and kind of, just getting all that fatigue out of our bodies until Saturday where we have to go yet again.
Is there sort of a routine, and is it silly to say, like, doing nothing?
Well, for me, yes. Again, yes, on Fridays we do a lot of stretching, recovery, Saturday practice, and then Saturdays I mainly take for me. I mean, I try to stay off of my feet as much as possible. Again, just like that Thursday game can take a lot out of you, so I try to leave Saturdays for myself, just kind of relaxing, doing homework, not trying to put too much strain on my body so that I'm ready to go on Sunday.
We got a chance to talk with another member of your back line earlier this year in Kira Carfonta, and I was so fascinated in learning what she was able to do going forward as an offensive player and then making that change to defense. You kind of have a similar story from high school to coming here to college, and I guess that adjustment of getting used to center back.
Yeah, so I used to play midfield for the majority of my soccer career. I played forward even, senior year of high school. So I feel like I've always had that kind of attacking mindset. So it was definitely interesting coming into Dayton, playing more of the defensive role, center back, and kind of just learning, okay, I can't go forward all the time. I actually have to focus on defending. Oh, darn. But no, I've kind of developed a love and appreciation for defending because, there's just so much discipline to it. And I feel like with attacking players, there's a lot more room for creativity. But with defense, it's kind of like everyone has to be on the same page. Again, there's a lot of discipline to it, a lot of communication as well. So over the past few years, I've definitely learned to communicate with other people around me, kind of leading the back line.
But before we turned on the camera, I thought it was very interesting because you mentioned your older brothers and sort of helping you defend, and it's not necessarily from them playing soccer.
Yeah. So I have two older brothers. One of them played football growing up. The other one, not so much into sports, but just having those two older brothers, I feel like growing up, I was not given absolutely any room at all. Like I had to fight tooth and nail to get what I wanted as the only girl in the family. So I feel like they kind of drove that competitive nature, and it's definitely carried through. I mean, to when I was younger, to like this at that point.
So a big thank you to you.
Yeah, a big thank you, Charlie and Nick. I appreciate it.
At the time, maybe not so much.
Yeah.
But now it's worked out.
Yeah.
So Batul Rita, she got that record earlier this year. Really cool moment. You think about the history of the program and the most shutouts by a Dayton goalie. How cool is it to be part of it and being a defender, but more importantly, amongst like Kira and Batul, you guys have all been there in sort of the same class.
Yeah, so I was extremely proud of Batul. Might have shed a few tears just because like I've seen the person she's become over the past few years, and she is, I can say without a doubt, one of the most deserving people of that record. Extremely hardworking, just an overall incredible leader. So I'm extremely happy to be part of that. But I think what I told you before this was that that record, again, as she's exclaimed herself, is, it's a group effort, and I'm extremely proud to be a part of it as a defender. But I'm also extremely proud of all my teammates. Just, defending is a group effort. It starts from the top, attacking, all the way to the back line into the goalie. So it's definitely been a group effort. But, Batul, we've seen the saves she can make. So, I'm extremely happy and blessed that I got to play with such an incredible goalkeeper these past few years.
Do you have a favorite Batul Rita save?
Okay, so this isn't a save, but she's gonna laugh when she sees this because I think it was one of the tournament games, and I think we were up 1-0 and there was only a few minutes left, and so the other team played like a long ball to her, and it comes flying in. It's like a 60-yard ball. And all of a sudden, you just see Batul take one touch, the ball goes dead, and she puts her hands on her hips. And like everyone's like, oh my gosh. So it's not necessarily a save, but I mean, if anyone was there, like anyone will know what I'm talking about. Like all the coaches are like, what are you doing? But it's just like, it's totally Batul if you know her, like just absolutely exuding confidence. It was an incredible touch. And then the other team had to come sprinting 60 yards and she just picked it up.
What do you think is the best quality of your defense?
I would just have to say communication. Again, that's something I learned coming in, having more of that attacking mindset. You kind of just you're able to be creative in your own ways, but, starting to play defense more, I've learned just how important communication is. And, if even one person isn't on the same page, that's when goal scoring opportunities arise. And so, just simple communication, even though you think it's silly, just left, right, forward, back, you want to make sure that the defense looks like a block moving left, right, and I think we do that extremely well.
How fast has the time gone? In a way of you think of Batul, you think of Kira, and there's a lot of seniors on this team. Does it feel like 4 years, or does it feel faster?
It feels so much faster. It's funny. I feel like in high school they constantly say these 4 years fly by, but then in college no one's telling you that, and I just cannot believe that my freshman year was 3 years ago. And in regards to Batul and Kira, and just I think about how much we've changed as people and grown as individuals, and it's just incredible. I look at myself and I just do not see the same person that I did my freshman year, in a good way, of course.
But then you get in the classroom and you might think, wow, this is taking a few years off my life. You have a very difficult major, and that you're focused on engineering. Mm-hmm. How hard has that balance been as a student athlete in dealing with what you have to do in the classroom, and then also what we see out on the field?
Yeah, so it's been definitely a challenge. I feel like that's one of the hardest things I had to learn coming into Dayton, was definitely learning that balance between the two. I remember last fall semester was probably my hardest. I feel like junior year for engineering especially is when you get into the more difficult classes, difficult labs, and I just felt like there was absolutely no time between soccer and school, but just kind of being able to carve out time. And I feel like, oh, time management, yes, everyone says it. I feel like it's just oh, yeah, that's something student athletes really need, but I can say from experience, you do need to carve out time, just with practice and everything going on to do your studies, but then also carving out time for myself felt very important, just because I didn't want to just lose myself in soccer and school, but I also wanted to remember that I can do fun things as well. So
I don't know if necessarily fun's the word, but I know you had a really valuable internship this past summer in engineering. Still excited about that path?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So this past summer, I interned for Crusoe Engineering. It was a small structural company in Cleveland, Ohio. And I mean, just the experience I got was absolutely incredible. I think one of the biggest things with engineering, the classroom can be very, very different from the industry. And so I feel like what the engineering school always emphasizes is to get that experience, get out into the fields, and that's what I did this summer. And extremely grateful. The company was about 60-70% residential, 30% commercial. So a lot of my time was spent going out on structural assessment for residential houses. So basically we would go out, we would assess various structural problems of people's homes, and then give them solutions based on expertise. And so it was really rewarding being close to the customer and just kind of helping out people with their various problems.
Before you turn the tassel and focus on work, because I know you want to play soccer for as long as you can, how much do you try and soak up these moments of being able to compete and still enjoy that atmosphere out at Beaujon?
Yeah, I mean, it's an incredible atmosphere out on Beaujon. So I feel like I've been trying to it's hard already. I'm already kind of thinking oh no, I can already see the finish line, but just kind of staying present in the moment, enjoying every single moment with my incredible teammates, because even though soccer will be done, I'll obviously still have them, but it's different being able to play and being able to connect with my teammates on that level.
Well, we're so excited to continue to see you play and here in this stretch as we gear up towards October. Ella, thank you so much for giving us a few minutes.
Thank you.
Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.